Hello and welcome. This is Steffi from Vibrational Chameleon, and I'm really glad to welcome you back to these Vibrational Mondays after the summer break. And the first topic I wanted to talk about in this new series is how to position yourself as a leader in your market and how to do that through intuitively wearing and sharing your true colors. And I know this may sound a bit weird at first, but what I mean by wearing your true colors is actually being able to express who you are and being able to contact and meet your ideal clients without having to worry about what they might think about you, or without having to rephrase everything you do in order to make it work for them. And the reason why I'm dealing with this topic is because I had a question about this, and I actually had more than one people asking me this. On my website, I like to say that I'm a down-to-earth energy healer as well. And I know that's not the most common way of introducing yourself to people, especially if they aren't in that spiritual background already. So the question was, how do you do that? How do you present yourself as an energy healer? And you can extend that to how do you present yourself in your intuitive market, in your spiritual niche, and how do you make that come across as something that both you and your clients will feel comfortable with? And that's the whole point of why Vibrational Chameleon and the vibrational community on Facebook was called into being as well. Is because what I have noticed before is that we tend to have a really hard time defining who our ideal clients are, who we want to work with. And we also tend to have a hard time describing ourselves to those people in a way that feels comfortable to us, rather than thinking about what they might want to hear in order to work with you or to want to know you even. And I want to share some tips with you on how to change that, on how to investigate how you want to call yourself in a way that feels right. And take away that fear of when you were wearing that true color, when you intuitively found what you are about, how can you express and share that without a fear of rejection? The first part, finding your true colors, finding what you are really about, can be done by a couple of questions you can ask yourself. The first two are, and you might want to take a piece of paper, and if you're watching the replay, pause this and write it down or journal about it later today. First two are, what can you help people with, and how can you help them? And it might not feel like a big difference at first, but there is a difference in the two questions. So how can you help people, and what can you help them with? And to make this a little easier, don't try and think of it as full sentences yet. Don't try and have that elevator pitch ready yet. Just think of it in keywords. What are you good at? What, and this is the next question that comes along with these, what do people already come to you for help for? Write down those keywords, at least 3 to 5, and see if you can play around with them, if you can play around with those qualities, because that's how energy healer came to being for me as well. Just knowing that I work around energy and that I have healed myself through an illness, and that I can help people doing that as well. Not in a way of healing completely, but in a way of living with it comfortably, healing your energy around it, so that you see it as an experience rather than a fight you have to win or lose. That's how it came to being for me. And that's how the same process can work for you. Now, if you have those questions, I want you to take another piece of paper. If you are writing this in your journal, write these questions on the left and then take the right page for the next question, which is, what do you like doing yourself? Just for you, if there wasn't any money involved? And this question, I have used it on some clients and potential clients before. This question is a real deal breaker. It's really something that can flip that switch for you. That you might be doing something that you don't want to be doing. What is it you would be doing anyway? But the thing about it, and this is where your 2 pages will come together, is that the thing you want to do here, and the answer to that last question, isn't only always, rather, it isn't always the right thing for you. Because you have to combine your 2 answers to those questions, and then you have to find the glue that's holding it together. You have to find the consistency in it and know what can combine this into your true destiny. And you might want to notice I'm not using the word purpose here. I'm not using the word authenticity, as I know there's a whole deal going on about it. I'm using the word destiny because you may have a purpose and you may want to follow that or not. You may know it or not. You may want to be authentic or not. But maybe it's just your destiny to be doing something that you don't quite like right now, but that you just feel to be true because people are already coming to you for it, because it's what you can help them with, even if it's not your favorite thing to do. And then it's that room to grow. It's that room to share experiences and learn from them along the way. And that's how you should position yourself, because this is very likely your true color and your true intuitive message you are supposed to share. So that's how you should position yourself. And even if it feels like a very small piece of a market, even if you don't know how the heck to attract clients to it, just go with it, try it on, and see how it feels to you. Try it on like a piece of skin and know that it will be too big at first, it won't be comfortable. But just talk to it with 2 or 3 people about it in a place you know that is safe, that is loving, like the Spiritual Badass community or like my brand new vibrational community, where you know the people are already into this. They are already exploring spirituality, intuitiveness, or whatever field you want to work in. So you aren't bringing your message to people that are completely in the dark about it. And then if they appeal to it, then you might want to choose to share that color, to share that message to other people as well. And then we come to another part, and I will share another video about it because I know this one is already getting way too long for just a Vibrational Monday message. And I don't want to give you an entire lecture or class today. But one thing I want to mention to wrap up about it is that sharing your message and being afraid of how to position yourself, going back to my example, down-to-earth energy healer. I am an energy healer, and I do still want to work with people that aren't completely spiritual about it, that might not completely understand what I'm about. I have lost the need to talk to people that are completely in the dark, but I do call myself down to earth, which means that I express all my messages in a way that has gone to the core, that is often based on proof, on where science meets spirituality. And in that way, it's down to earth. I am not the kind of person that believes something and that will keep believing that no matter what happens. I am not having those blinders on, going in one direction and not seeing anything else, not wanting to change it anymore. So that's what down to earth would mean. That's what not just being in your head and about spirituality, but also making room for the common things, for common life. And that's just my example. But it's a very good way to position yourself, to share your message in a way that feels right for both of you. Because if you are just trying to talk to people and express things in their way to make them understand, and you don't feel comfortable about it yourself, it will just show off. and you will do the exact thing you are afraid of, meaningly scare them away and not make them want to talk to you or be in your presence. So just do the exercises, look back through this video, write things down, and try it for yourself and see how it goes. And I'm really curious about what you experience for yourself. So if you want to share this with me and with a growing community, if you want to explore these things, do come to our Facebook group, type in Vibrational Community. And we are having a daily structure that's open to a lot of change and a lot of spontaneity. So come and explore it and see if it's the right place for you.